It has been more than a month since I last shared a light video with you. This is due to my mother's unexpected transition back into the light on November 16th, 2023. As you can imagine, her sudden exit instantly changed my life. But my mother immediately began providing me with many amazing signs and messages to let me know that all was well and in perfect order. In the coming months, I may be sharing some of those signs and messages with you, but for now, I would like to share what happened during and after the open house party I hosted in celebration of my mother's life on December 10th, 2023. And then I would like to share with you the colorful and beautiful visit with Archangel Uriel on the morning of December 18th, 2023. So, for the open house I hosted at my mother's home, I decorated a Christmas tree with photographs of my mother that showcased her entire life. So many of her neighbors and friends only knew her as a senior citizen, so I felt it was important to show my mother's vitality and beauty in her younger years. Above her fireplace mantel, I hung her portrait, which I found tucked away in a closet in her home, and on the mantel I placed the sitting angel statue I had given to my mother after my brother transitioned back into the light 2.5 years ago. I then placed the white roses that were delivered from her friend Larry next to a cluster of framed photographs of my mother on the table below. So, as family, friends, and neighbors gathered to celebrate my mother's life, a beautiful white dove appeared in the front yard of my mother's home. At first, the guests thought that I had arranged for someone to release the dove in honor of my mother, but when I told them that was not the case, they were equally in awe of the dove's perfect timing to deliver a message of peace, hope, and comfort. As I have said many times before, Spirit often uses birds as messengers, and I knew that this white dove was a messenger from my mother. After the party, I stood in my mother's living room and I asked her to come forward and shine her light for me. When my mother came forward, she first went over and acknowledged her favorite chair. She then went over and encircled 3 of her photographs and the white roses from her friend Larry. Next, she acknowledged the angel statue I had gifted to her. Then she intentionally lined up with her portrait to show her light body beside her physical body. And when I underexposed my mother's light, as you can see, it's a very unique blue. Then, as my mother departed, she illuminated her face on her portrait. In just a few short weeks, my mother has given me many gifts to help me navigate through my grief, and I am eternally grateful to her. She now joins my light family, and I know she will be a great teacher for all of us. Now, this brings me to Archangel Uriel's visit with me on the morning of December 18th, 2023. In the last video I shared with you, Jesus appeared to me beside my pecan and Japanese maple tree, and the colors of his light reminded me of cotton candy. In this video, I will share with you how Archangel Uriel appeared to me underneath those 2 majestic trees, and this time Uriel's colors reminded me of sorbet ice cream. Now, during this experience, Uriel's focus was hovering over the angel statue and the garden stone beneath my Japanese maple tree. The garden stone was a gift from my brother Leland, and the words written on the stone are, "All that we are is a result of what we have thought. What we think, we become. You will also see two other angels briefly appear, archangels Raziel and Ariel. Raziel focuses on the angel statue, while Ariel's focus is on the garden stone. You'll also see Uriel often darts to my right side to touch my right hand. The actions of these three angels were reminders for me to pay close attention to my thoughts during this time, since grief can be a bumpy road. To continue to stay focused on the light and to share the light so I can help others through their own journey of grief. To know that I am always surrounded by my angelic team and I am always loved. Don't we all need reminders in life to keep us moving forward? Finally, I'd like to point out how at one moment Archangel Uriel appeared in all white. I can't recall ever seeing the light appear in white while in this particular form. This color really resonated with me, but I couldn't figure out why. And it was not until I was creating this video that Uriel told me the color is a symbol like the white dove, for the angels also deliver messages of peace, hope, and comfort to us. So with all of that said, here is my experience with Archangel Uriel, Raziel, and Ariel. Stunning colors. Where'd you go? Do you want to move over the stone?